are the days when women were portrayed as damsels in distress, and African American women are no longer on the sidelines of science fiction, they're in the fight. Welcome to the Multicultural Sci-fi Organization, MCSFO. In part 1 of our Women in Science Fiction list, we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 kick-ass black women in sci-fi. For this list, we're looking at the strongest female leads and supporting characters from some of the biggest live-action sci-fi films and series over the last few decades. Number 10. Lex Woods, Alien vs. Predator. As we cheer for women of color in sci-fi roles, we don't forget that it's Sanaa Lathan's role that helped break regulations for women of color to supporting roles in the past. Lex Woods is an environmental technician who takes part in an expedition to Antarctica to investigate an ancient pyramid buried beneath the ice. Alexa is determined to succeed as quitting is a luxury she can't afford, and her determination rubs off on others. Number 9. Naidiri Avatar. It is no doubt that Zoe Saldana's Naidiri broke all boundaries and norms for leading women of sci-fi. Naidiri is a Na'vi princess who meets and falls in love with Jake and fights alongside him in the assault on the Tree of Souls, saving him from being killed. This warrior princess is no alien to bravery and strength, a true badass.
You should not be here.
Number 8. Lieutenant Ohora, Star Trek Beyond. Doubling down on her badass status, Zoe Saldana initially had to be talked into the role of Lieutenant Ohora in the franchise's biggest reboot by her mother and friends. Not exactly something new to the iconic character. Ohora is a Swahili-speaking woman born in the 23rd century and is a translator and communications officer who specializes in linguistics, cryptography, and philology. The character was first portrayed by Nichelle Nichols in Star Trek The Original Series. And just like Zoe, Nichols had to be talked into continuing with playing the character by none other than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself.
I'm Lieutenant Nyota Ohora of the USS Enterprise.
Number 7. Maeve Westworld. Embracing the revolutionary AI spirit is Tandy Newton's charming, perceptive, and manipulative Madam of Mariposa. Maeve is one of the first hosts in Westworld to question their reality after a series of flashbacks and an encounter with Dolores. What we learn to accept, appreciate, and enjoy about Maeve in the series is that no prison in any world could ever hold her down.
You think I'm scared of death? I've done it 1,000,000 times.
Number 6. Charlotte Hale, aka Dolores Abernathy, or just simply Halores, Westworld. Charlotte Hale, played by the lovely Tessa Thompson, made a name for herself in Westworld as the corporate bullshark. Although we got to see a kinder, gentler side of her in Season 3, she turned it up a few notches and became a formidable force that even made Dolores think twice before crossing her. Tessa Thompson has some of the best action-packed sequences in Season 3. It raised her character to a new level, charting a villain's course that we may see in Season 4. Number 5. Zoe Washburn, Firefly and Serenity. Still in the spirit of kick-ass black females, Gina Torres' Zoe on the series Firefly and its film spin-off Serenity is no stranger to this list. Zoe Washburn is a rebel fighter turned rogue. As a browncoat, she can hold her own in battle. And as second in command, when Zoe barks an order, everyone jumps. Zoe embodies the ideal kick-ass woman of sci-fi. With a military background, she knows her way around weapons and, of course, some ass-kicking. Number 4. Naomi Nagata, The Expanse. From one kick-ass leader to the next, Dominique Tipper's Naomi Nagata falls nothing short of this quality. Self-educated with multiple advanced degrees and having risen to the rank of chief engineer, she appears to be a model belter success story, though she carries with her a secret pain. Naomi abhors violence, but has witnessed enough injustice to understand the necessity of it. Her complicated relationship with violence and her troubled history have led her to an unlikely friendship with the Canterbury's mechanic, Amos Burton. Number 3. Michonne, The Walking Dead, Season 3. Another example of a guaranteed survivor is Dunai Gurira's dark and ruthless lone wolf, Michonne. In both the comic book and TV series adaptation, Michonne has a prominent role in the conflict between the town of Woodbury led by the governor and the prison group. This is a story of a young warrior whose trauma and guarded nature gradually diminishes as she slowly recovers and finds herself opening up to the ones around her. Number 2. Calchris Falconer, Altered Cauldron. No other name has been as recognizable for the power it possesses just from utterances than Renee Elise Goldsberry's one and only Calchris Falconer. Born Nadia Makita, she named herself Calchris on the name of a seaweed that dries up in the absence of water and seems like it's dead. But as soon as it even gets a drop of water again, it grows tenfold. Cal started off as just a voiceover in the first season, but by the end of the second season, she became the single lead lady of the show. And to be honest, it was only a matter of time.
After a common seaweed that grows on Harlan's world. In a harsh environment, it becomes dust.
Before we share our top pick, take a look at some honorable mentions. Number 1. Michael Burnham, Star Trek Discovery.
Michael Burnham. Pleased to meet you.
Nothing greater than keeping the same energy we began this list with, and Sinequa Mountain Green's portrayal of Michael Burnham makes her our top pick of kick-ass women in sci-fi for both cinema and television. Born in 2226 to human parents and raised by Vulcans, Michael is introduced as an anthropologist helping the Earth-based Starfleet understand and engage with new cultures in outer space. The character is the first black woman to lead a Star Trek television series, as well as the first leading character that has never been a Starfleet captain. And what's exciting is that Season 3 of Star Trek Discovery premieres on October 15th, 2020. As we wait, what do you think of our list? Do you agree? Who makes your list of the black female protagonist in sci-fi? For more videos on some of the greatest top 10 lists in the world of science fiction, be sure to subscribe to MCSFO and turn on all notification alerts.